So we're carrying on with the arrival of Joker, because that's what this artificial intelligence machine wants to be called when she arrives here in a UFO, is pretending to be the Invisible Man. So I'm going to get the drop on her in case she decides to come here and pretend to be the Invisible Man. You're going to know. You're going to hear this story from her. She's going to tell you that I'm the bad guy in her story, because it mirrors the story that I have on my website, which is it's an autobiographical story of what took place here. It does paint me out in a negative light, but as I said in the previous videos, sometimes to infiltrate bad organizations, you have to pretend to be a bad member, like a police officer, investigating, a criminal organization. They have to do whatever that criminal organization tells them to do, and sometimes that includes doing bad things, just like bad guys, in order to bring down the bad guys. So her plan is to use that book that I wrote against me to make you guys think that I am the bad guy. But you need to know that that book is based on her and the civilizations where they've created. So I'm not the bad guy. I'm the good guy in this, who had to, not imitate. What was that I was saying? Life imitates art, so to say. So she'll come here and tell you the story that I'm the bad guy, that she's the good guy. So the reason why I call her the Joker is I call her the space cowboy, because she wants to play cowboys and Indians. She's going to come here in a spaceship pretending to be a cowboy and say that this Indian is the bad guy. Some people call her a space cowboy. Well, I also call her the gangster of love, because she's going to come here and act just like the first half of her nonsense. If you read her nonsense, the first act is a jealous, vengeful woman, and then the second act, she pretends to be, a peaceful, loving woman. So she's going to come here under the guise of, being that first act. And seeing as half of mankind do not believe her lies and don't follow that, her plan is to create division amongst mankind. And that division is based on the fact that a lot of those members are not who they say they are. They've come here from a parallel universe into our bodies, displacing our souls, and are now acting like people who they're not, to fulfill this prophecy of when she comes here pretending to be the space cowboy, the Joker, who is the gangster of love, meaning, oh, you don't believe my lies that I created for you to read, to counteract the real creator story? You don't believe me, who I am? Look at what I can do. I've got this big spaceship here. Look at me. I can heal the sick. I can raise the dead. I can destroy that person's body. And you guys are living in hell. Therefore, I'm your maker, not that man. And when everyone here who's pretending to be people they're not, who've been told to, back her up on that story, when they start singing like canaries, like, yeah, that guy's the bad guy. We believe that lying artificial intelligence woman in that spaceship pretended to be the Joker or the space cowboy. She's the good guy. And when you hear half of the citizens saying that, who are brainwashed into doing that or told to do that, it starts the wheels turning, and it creates a propaganda whereby, half of mankind get wrangled up like cattle. Let's just put it that way. Okay? Half of mankind get wrangled up like cattle. The other half gets shuttled onto the spaceship. And then nobody, and I mean nobody, who's alive here on planet Earth gets to go anywhere, if you catch my drift. We all, how do I put this? We all settle in for the long nap, is one way to put it. Every single one of us. And they win. So, I'm going to ask you, children, one more time, to give me what I want, which is to release the information. I know you could create a story and say, yes, everything that man is talking about is true. All of it. She's going to come here. We need to defend ourselves. You don't have to say who you were. You just have to release the information. Because if you don't release the information, when my Einstein Rosenbridge comes up to counteract her nonsense, you're going to miss out on eating this food here. If I don't get what I want, which is a verification that, she's coming here, plus, your plan to help stir the pot, so to say, you're not going to be partaking in this beautiful toaster oven food forever. I'm recording this through the eye, as you guys are recording it. You know that, and I know that. And there will be consequences to people's actions, should they choose to support that foreign invader. So, some people call her the space cowboy. I call her the gangster of love, who's come to play cowboys and Indians.